measuring your progress. So there are many, many, many different ways to monitor and measure and record your progress that you are making within your fat loss phase. You will see that I really emphasize taking progress pictures. In fact, in the progress pictures tab, there is a picture that I uploaded on tips and tricks on how to actually take really good quality progress pictures. There is nothing worse than trying to compare your own progress pictures if you only take them from the waist up in a dark room with a light shining down on top of you, because let me tell you, that light is not flattering on anybody. And if you take a picture at the end of the day on a full stomach of food and compare it to maybe a picture from a few weeks ago where it was the early morning, you're going to look very, very different. So as I covered, you can read through all of this in the picture tab or the picture folder. When you are taking your progress pictures, it's important that you are consistently taking them in the same circumstance, i.e. first thing in the morning, empty stomach, after you've gone to the toilet, in good lighting. Don't try to take them in a dark room, because you're not going to be able to see the changes that you're making to your physique. Have the light source in front of you, basically, whether it be standing in front of a window with the blind down so that the neighbors don't get an eyeful. Put your phone there and then have the light coming in. That can be a good option. If you have a ring light, put the ring light behind the phone. Just don't take them in a dark and dingy room, because you're not going to be able to see all the details that are going to start coming through. Also, when you take your progress pictures, make sure you take them full length, okay? You can pop your phone on a video and then take screenshots. You can pop your phone on a timer, or if you do have like a selfie stick or a tripod, you can just use that to take your pictures too. You're going to take them from the front and the side and the back. So you'll see, like, I put some like suggested ways to like stand. You can do whatever you want, but if you stand there like this, you're not going to like what you see, okay? That's not a true representation of you, I don't feel. So the pictures are super, super important. There are other ways that you can measure your progress too. So you can always pick up a cheap measuring tape from like a pound shop or Euro shop, whatever they're called these days, and you can take your body, I can't speak, your body measurements with that, because sometimes the scale is just not going to move in your favor. It's not going to look how you want it to look, but you can be physically tightening up, you can be shrinking, getting leaner, your clothes can be getting smaller, you can be really noticing differences to your physique, your measurements can be dropping. So these are all really, really important, because like I said, sometimes the scale does not play ball. So it is important to have a multitude of different measures of progress rather than relying on the scales only, because if you rely on the scales only, let me tell you now, there are going to be times where you are disappointed, because the scales will fluctuate each and every day for so many different reasons. You could have a 10 out of 10 week. You could have hit all of your activity goals. You could have got all of your training done. You could have hit all of your macros and calories, and suddenly you'll get on the scale one morning and oh my god, it's up a pound. What? Why? How did that happen? This isn't working for me. The scale is something I'm going to be covering in one of our first weekly team videos, so I won't speak too much about that now, but there are many, many different factors that can influence what the scale does. And if you gain a pound or two overnight, it is highly, highly, highly unlikely to be a pound or two of fat gone on, unless you've been eating rings around yourself for days and days and days and days on end. Then maybe, yeah, maybe then, okay? But if you're ticking all the boxes and you're doing everything right, and the scale is not being your friend one day, likelihood is it's probably not body fat. So it is important that we measure our progress in multiple different ways.